knows how you come across somebody once in a while you shouldn't have messed with. That's me.
I am not an African American.
You're Oreo cookie, white in the inside and black on the outside.
I don't have an afro, I have an Amerifro.
Talking that idiotic stuff you talk about, I will slap you.
Go ahead, make my day.
Black as the ace of spades, but 100% American.
Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. The Jesse Lee Peterson Radio Show.
Here is the clip from Yahoo/Fox News, where these illegals are coming into the country and bringing all sorts or kind of diseases. Listen to this. Okay,
Elizabeth, I think that this is a big public health crisis that's emerging. And we talk about the problem with illegal immigration, but we're not talking enough about the medical side of this. If someone comes into the United States as a legal immigrant, we screen them for tuberculosis, we screen them for all kinds of diseases. We usually catch it before they come in. But if they come in illegally, we're faced with a situation where they're living close together. There's a lot less very good public health measures in place. We're having a scabies epidemic among illegal immigrants. Let me tell you what that is. That's a skin condition with intense itching and rash due to a mite, and it's highly contagious. And 10 to 25% of the immigrants coming in this way have scabies. Tuberculosis, we thought we were stamping that out in North America. It's now reemerging. Multiple drug-resistant tuberculosis, which is harder and harder to treat. Dengue fever. 50 to 100,000 new cases, 50 to 100 million new cases a year of dengue fever worldwide. In Mexico, it is endemic. It's a terrible disease for anyone that's had it. You get fatigued, you get bones hurting you, muscles hurting you. It takes weeks and weeks to recover from. There's no effective treatment. It's now emerging in Texas because of the immigration crisis.
Measles and chickenpox and leprosy?
Absolutely.
Wow. Can you imagine that? When you come through the front door, you go through a medical examination to be sure that, or make an attempt to be sure that you don't bring diseases into this country. And now this administration, the fallen Messiah, is allowing all these illegals to come in, and they are bringing in all these diseases. So just imagine you and your little kids, your family are out having dinner or lunch. You're sitting next to illegals with tuberculosis, leprosy, and whatever, and you're not aware of it. Isn't that amazing, folks? This Democratic Party and the Republicans, because the Republicans don't care either. If they cared about this issue, it wouldn't be happening. But they don't care about the concerns of the American citizens anymore. It's about the votes. It is about the votes. Another thing that I see happening, and if conservative Christians are not careful, they will find themselves caught up in this situation. The liberals are using the notion that children are coming across the borders. What about the children? You can't send the children back. We have a responsibility to take care of the children. And some conservative Republicans, Christians, are already saying, well, God wants us to take care of the children, want us to feed the hungry. We have a responsibility for the children. Liberals do not care about children, folks. They're just going to use that against the Christians in order to get these illegals here to use them for votes. It is not our responsibility to leave the borders open so all of these illegal alien children can come here and we have to feed them. We can barely feed our own family members now, our own children under Barack Obama. This is from Fox News, Christian power to O'Reilly. I've never heard you say, we can't afford to invade Iraq. And is this about the children, James? Okay, let's go to soundbite A.
Okay, and I think that if you're going to invoke the Bible, Judeo-Christian standards, there was no but. There was no take in the refugee and care for the poor, but maybe not because it might be too hard for you and it might be too expensive.
Well, what if it's impossible, though? What if it's impossible?
Okay, so here's another problem with what you said.
Okay.
It's a false choice when you say we can't take care of the entire world's poor.
Correct.
Well, no one's asking us to take care of the entire world's poor. This is 50,000 to 70,000 children. We actually can take care of them, and we always have enough money whenever somebody decides that we need to go invade a country in the Middle East. No one ever asks where that money's coming from. But you're going to tell me that we can't afford to pay for 50,000 children?
Wait, Powers. More coming every day, all right? This isn't like...
make it 100,000. Are you seriously saying
How
we
about
cannot help take care of those children?
Well, you have 12 million in here now.
I mean, it's not...
But where do you cut it off, Powers? Where do you stop it?
We're talking about the children. This segment is about the children.
Where do you stop it, Kirsten?
The children. She said, I don't care, 100,000. How about sending them back home? Why are these people sending their children to us to feed them anyway? This woman needs Jesus. She needs Jesus. These children are not our responsibility. And Bill O'Reilly goes on to say, all of the Chinese, he want to know, do you want to feed all the Chinese children and everybody else?
I would say every child that comes into this country, we should take care of.
Everyone in the world.
That's what I would say.
All the Chinese.
They're not coming in. Really, all the Chinese are going to come to the United States, Bill.
If they
children
could, they
by
would.
themselves. I mean, but they can't. We're talking about
if you were president, they would.
But you cannot. Oh, really? How would they? Would they fly over here?
No, they'll take a little boat, Kirsten, and there'll be people smugglers like there are now.
I mean, come on, Bill. This is our border. We're talking about children that are coming over our border, and you basically are invoking all this stuff about. I don't even understand what your argument is that we're supposed to send them back.
I'll talk slowly so you understand it. We can't afford to do this. The country cannot afford. It's ridiculous. We have a $17 trillion debt here.
I've never heard you say that we can't afford to invade Iraq. Which we couldn't.
We can't afford the nation building anymore.
We couldn't afford it, but you didn't say that when we invaded Iraq. You didn't say we can't afford to do that. But you didn't say prior to it. Now you're saying we can't afford. So you want to go? Why don't you go down there and tell those kids to go home?
All right, fine. So you want every kid in the world who comes here, you think America should take care of? Yes, you did.
I said the children that come across the border.
Am I wrong? Did she just say? Wait, Kirsten. Let's let Monica jump in.
Into this country, we should take care of.
Did she not say that every child who shows up here we should take care of?
I am convinced that liberals are absolute evil to the core. What about the children? And now we as Christians are supposed to, oh yeah, we're Christians. It is our responsibility to feed the children. This woman needs Jesus. And I'm telling you, Christians, conservatives, you better be careful how these folks try to work you. They try to put guilt on you. They're trying to control you now with the children. What about the children? Here's someone else who feels this way about the children. Let's go to C.
Any child that can get themselves into this country, we should take care of.
Did she not say that every child who shows up here we should take care of?
If there's a child in distress,
actually understands me.
What I heard you say, Kirsten, was that if there's a child in distress somewhere in the world, that we should accept them with open arms. And look, when you see these pictures, Bill, it's hard not to feel heartbreak for these kids. I feel terrible for them. I really do. But we are supposed to be a nation of laws, not a nation of anarchy and chaos. The United States is supposed to be a sovereign nation. We're not supposed to be a dumping ground, and we're also not supposed to be an international daycare center.
She's absolutely right. Monica is right on that. We're not a dumping ground for illegal alien children. I think, and Kirsten, like, how can you say that? Dumping ground? How can you say, what else would you call it? There's something wrong with me, because when I see these pictures of all these illegal aliens coming across our borders uninvited, bringing diseases and everything else, God knows what, and the borders are open and you have terrorist folks coming across. For some reason, I'm not feeling like sorry for anyone. Is there something wrong with me? Don't you just feel so sad for the children? I don't feel that. If anything, I feel angry that our government is allowing this to happen to us when we pay them to protect us from these types of things. And I feel angry that the adults in Mexico, wherever these folks are coming from, is sending their folks over here illegally to take advantage of us. That's what I feel about it. I see that as wrong. And I am not feeling sorry for the children. And so the liberals would never make me feel that way in order to take advantage of me, because that's why they're using the children. It's not that they care about the children. How about the black children who are being gunned down every day by illegal alien gang members? Do they care about those children? U.S. citizens. How about those children? They've been gunned down by illegal alien children. I don't hear anything about that. Back in a moment.